Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to today's practice. So, I went for a holiday and I have a good gap in my yoga practice. I couldn't really catch up with my practice while I was on holiday, and usually, when I come out of the holiday, I start my practice with Yin Yoga because it kind of opens my body. So we always follow three principles in Yin Yoga practice because we hold our asanas for longer. It is important that we follow the principle number one, which is we find our edge. We find that balance point for ourselves to hold our asana for longer. So which means we will go deeper in our asana, but not very deep that it becomes absolutely impossible for us to hold our asana. Okay, so we are going to find the edge. Number two, we are going to resolve to remain still for the time that we have decided to hold our asana. So of course you can move in between if you feel a sharp pain, or if you find a new edge, if you feel that your body is naturally going into a deeper state, right? And number three principle is we hold our asana for the time that we have decided. So you can imagine that this practice will also work a lot on your willpower. And since it is a slow practice, you will see a lot of resistance also coming out through your body and through your mind. So this would also be very beautiful to see how we are going to how we are going to manage our resistance, how we are going to handle our resistance, right? So let's explore all of this in this practice together. So let's meet on the mat. So starting with a cross-legged position, as always, we begin our practice with breath awareness, and that's what we are going to do now. So you can sit in a cross-legged position. I'm sitting over a cushion so that my hips are lifted. I'm also having a nice lifting in my chest. You can place your palms over your knees or your thighs and gently close your eyes. Relax your shoulders and relax yourself. So this is the time we give to ourselves before we get into asana practice, to relax, to center ourselves, to ground ourselves, to bring our whole awareness to our mat and our practice. We connect with our body, mind and spirit. We withdraw all our attentions, all our senses to ourselves, only and only to ourselves. And let us strengthen that mindfulness by watching your breath for some time. So you can take your focus on your breath now and just watch the natural rhythm of your breath. You can bring the palms together to the heart center and be chanting one to begin our session. Take a deep breath in. Om. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes. So we'll begin our practice with saddle pose. So you can remove the cushion in case if you are sitting on the cushion. Coming into the kneeling down position. The back of your foot resting on the floor. You can measure your knees with your pelvis, so your knees are pelvis distance apart. The back of your foot resting and your feet are parallel to each other. So I'm going to take my hips down, sitting in between my shin, or sitting in between my foot. Okay, now for me it is very easy to take my hips down and bring my hips back on the mat, but for some of you it may be very difficult, it may be challenging because you may have very intense stretch in your thighs, right? So if that is happening and if you feel you will not be able to hold this asana for about 2 to 3 minutes, then you can place a cushion under your hips and then sit over the cushion. You can take as much height as it is needed, but make sure that you are working somewhere. it shouldn't be like way too comfortable for you, right? Because our purpose is also to work on our body here. Now, you may also feel a very deep pain here in case if you want to support this portion with a cushion or with a rolled towel or a napkin, you can do that, right? So we will sit in this position for about 1.5 minutes, and maybe for about 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, and for the rest of the time, we will see if we can go deeper in this asana itself. Okay, so let us begin. You can place your palms over your knees. So you can see your thighs will internally rotate in this one. Your hips are also internally rotated in this one. Some of you may want to take the calf out. You can do that. Shift on one side, take the calf of the opposite leg out. That may make you feel more comfortable. So if that is what you want to do. Check your feet if they are parallel to each other. And once you have checked everything, that is when you then hold your asana. Take your awareness to your breath. Watch your breath for some time. See how you're feeling. Sometimes the ankle stretch can get really unbearable. And you may find yourself resisting it, and maybe for some time just watch the resistance breathe all the way down to your ankles. Feel as if your breath is flowing to your ankles. And see if it makes any difference in your resistance. So it's all about watching what is happening, because that is what gives us understanding, right? It gives us understanding about our body, about our mind, about everything that happens in our practice. Sweep your awareness all throughout your body. See if you are shrugging your shoulders, you're clenching your jaw. Again, that's a sign of resistance. Release and relax. See if you're making faces. So just relax, loosen out. Go and be easy with yourself. Now let us see if we can move to a little bit more deeper version of this asana. So there are multiple options. You can just simply place your palms behind you, your fingers pointing to your toes. Now you can press your chest up to the ceiling. You can drop your head back. You can just simply stay here. You can feel a nice arc in your spine. Option number 2, if you want to go deeper, you can place your forearms on the mat. Again, if you want, you can drop the head back. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Option number 3, you may want to go further down. And you can place your shoulders also back on the floor itself. So there are multiple options that you can choose. And it will give a deep arc in your lower back. But that's what, like, we are also working on a lower back. So it will allow you to release all the tension from your lower back. It will also loosen up your quads nicely. If you want, you can stretch your arms up. So choose your position, whichever feels better for you. And once you're here, just try and surrender, try and loosen up. Then you don't have to tighten any of your muscles. You don't have to engage your muscles. Just loosen up. That's what we do in Yin Yoga. Once we get our asana, we are not engaging anything actively. We are allowing the passive stretches to happen. Watch your belly breathing. If in case you can see your breath is flowing all the way to your belly. Or follow your breath till wherever you can. And if you feel extreme discomfort, feel free to come out of your asana. It is perfectly fine. No worries at all. It takes a lot of practice, and that is what we are doing. We are enjoying the journey. We are exploring our body. So let's go slow and steady. There's no hurry, right? We don't have to reach anywhere. We are not in any competition with anything, neither with ourselves nor with anyone else. Now to come out of this asana is also very important. You can place your palms on the side. First you press your palms down. If you are lying down, then press your forearms down, press your elbows down and start lifting your chest. If you want, you can catch hold of your foot. Pressing your elbows down, lifting your shoulders up, and then press your right palm down, lift your right side up, take your right palm back, and then you can press your left palm down, lift the left side back up, coming back to the center. Stay in the center for some time. That is a nice counter pose in itself, staying in the center. And now let us make a transition to switch to another asana, which is caterpillar. So you can straighten your right leg out and then the left leg out. Now over here you will be sitting over the cushion. Sitting over the cushion is always better, so you can choose a nice firm cushion. It's important that your cushion is firm because that's what we need. We don't want our hips to be uneven. And then sitting at the edge of the cushion. Even straighten your legs out. And once you find yourself comfortably sitting on the middle of your sit bones, then you can walk your palms forward as much as you can. You must be feeling some kind of nice stress in your hamstrings here. If you want, you can support your knees with a cushion in case if your knees are troubling here, and if they are troubling you too much, feel free to slightly bend your knees, okay? So you can do that and then start walking your palms and allow your head to hang down. So we are allowing our upper back to round here. Placing your palms on the side in case if you want to place cushions on the side to rest your palms, you can do that. Or if you want blocks, you can use the blocks as well. So I have 2 blocks here. So something like this. Check your shoulders if they are relaxed. Once we are in our asana, we are surrendering, okay? We are not actively engaging any of the muscles. So usually when we do, say, Paschimottanasana in normal yoga, we always actively hold our chest up, right? But in this one, we are not doing that because we don't actively engage our muscles. The reason being, all the asanas held for longer, and it is not advised to hold your muscles actively. It is not advised to engage your muscles actively for this long. And that's why you should surrender once you're in your asana. And that's how we also learn the art of surrendering, like once we have taken our action, we surrender, right? Like that's what we should do in case if we want peace in our life. You take an action towards whatever you want to achieve or you want to receive, and then you surrender. Let the results be the choice of the universe, the choice of life itself. And whatever is for you will anyway come to you. So that's how we learn the art of surrendering. So in this asana also you can see that we have taken our action, we have come to a state, and then we are allowing the body's intelligence, the nature's intelligence itself to work on our body, and it is working. So that's what we can do in our general daily life as well. And trusting the process, having faith in our practice. It's very important to receive all the benefits of our practice. You may find a new edge, and if you find a new edge, allow yourself to go deeper. You may see your head is going down and down. And once your head goes down, that is when you can also support your head with a block, or you can also use a cushion, bolster, anything. And breathe in as you breathe out. Press your palms, walk your palms, press your palms down, walk your palms back, coming back to the center, again staying in the center for a few breaths. Now we are going to transition to another asana, which is squat position. You will again need either a block or a cushion, firm cushion for yourself. You may not need also. So coming to the squat position, first you can again stretch your legs out. Bring your heels closer to your sit bones and then separate your feet out, aligning with the mid of your sit bones. Now place your palms behind your hips and lift yourself up. Right? So you can stay here, you can join your palms and then separate your knees out. So this is your one option. Option number two, you may want to, for some of us it may be difficult to sit directly on the floor, and that is when we use the cushion. So we place our heels over a cushion and then we join our palms together, separate the knees out. So there's a slight push to the knees with your elbows, not active push. We are not just, there's no active engagement like I said in our asana. So choose your variation here and let us hold here for about 2 to 3 minutes. For some of you, it may be more comfortable to keep your feet diagonal, pointing outwards, so you can do that as well if that works better for you. And you can feel the gravity working on your hips, pulling the hips down. You will feel more opening in your groin. You will feel more sensation on the side of your outer hips. So feeling all of that, connecting with all of those sensations. So you enjoy your practice more when you engage with your practice, when you watch what is happening. Then your practice becomes an exploration, because you're exploring so much about yourself, about your body, right? And that also helps us to keep our mind in the present, and it doesn't wander, it doesn't go out. Otherwise we are always thinking one thing or the other, right? So it's better to focus on our body, on our mind, and be present. If you are looking for relaxation, do this practice in the evening. This in the sense, any Yin Yoga practice. And if you're looking for deeper work on your body, then you can do Yin Yoga practices in the morning. So you can choose. This is beautiful to do at any point of time at the end of the day. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, release your palms. Place your palms behind your hips, bringing your hips back down. And you can open your legs in the opposite direction as much as it is possible for you. Again, I would suggest, if you feel your lower back is just going down, rolling back, then you sit over the cushion. That would be the best option. You don't want to strain your lower back, right? So that's what we do. And feel the rolling of your thighs forward, rolling of your pelvic as if they are rolling forward, right? Your pelvic is also tilting, your chest is going forward. Now over here we are going to release the side body. So what we are going to do, you can place your right palm on the right side, on your shin maybe, and then bringing your right elbow down. There are two options. You can either place your forearm over your shin, or if you're holding somewhere here, you can hold it like this, like somewhere above, placing your forearm over your thigh. So depending on how far you can go. Some of you may be able to hook the toes. If using the first two fingers, you can hook the toe and then place your elbow on the floor on the side. Now if you want, you can again place a block on the side and then rest your elbow on the side. So we're going to release the side body. So what are we going to do with the left palm? Left hand, usually when we do hold our asana for a shorter time, we can just stretch our arm like this to feel that stretch. However, in this, because we are going to hold our asana for very long, it may be challenging to hold like this. So you can bend your elbows and place the back of your palm behind your back, opening your left shoulder. So you can just simply do that, and you can allow your head to fall down on your right. And feel as if your left shoulder is trying to go back, your right shoulder is trying to come forward. The chest is trying to look up to the ceiling. Okay, and then feeling the nice stretch, the extension, the left side of your body. Let us hold here. So once you're in asana, you can just simply surrender. Allow the gravity to work. And if it is too challenging for you to keep the left leg straight, feel free to bend that left knee, bringing your left foot closer to your sit bones. So I'm allowing my head to rest on my shoulder. And that's when, like, if you feel that you're feeling this deep stretch and it is not bearable anymore, you can place a block on your thigh to give some height so that your head can easily rest on your shoulders. Okay, so you can choose. We are just making sure that we are not falling forward. If you fall forward, you will not get the stretch, and the whole purpose of getting the side release is gone. So that's what we keep sending that shoulder back. And with time, you may feel a new edge depending on what variation you have chosen. And breathe in as you breathe out, slowly making a nice transition to the center. Oh, you may feel that your neck will never go this side, but that's not going to happen. We are going to release the other side. So now if you want, you can change the block's position. If you want, you can keep the cushion. Let us stretch the other side. Okay, so choose your variation, what you want to do. You can hook your toe, place your palm over your shin, feeling centered shoulder back. Allow your palm to rest behind your back and then release your neck, feeling the stretch. So you can also catch hold of your cloth behind you, that's also okay. That gives you some kind of stability. This is also working on your shoulder. You keep sending the right shoulder back, right? So opening your shoulder here at the same time. We are releasing the side body, releasing our neck, opening the shoulders, working on your hips at the same time. So if you feel that you're consistently lifting your right hip, that's when you don't go so deeper. Your left hip, both hips should be equally grounded, right, on the mat. And allow the gravity to work. In case if you want to go deeper, feel free to go deeper if the gravity is working, calling you down, calling you to go deeper. Listen to the calling and move deeper. And breathe in as you breathe out. Coming back to the center nicely, gently and slowly. We stretch both sides of our neck. Let us rotate our neck clockwise and anti-clockwise 3 times. So taking your neck to your right, back. When it is going back, leave a gap in between. And let us change the side once you complete 3 rounds. And coming back to the center. So now we'll make a transition to lie down on our back. So we are going to move to the happy baby pose. As you lie down on your back, bend both of your knees. Bring your knees closer to your chest. Now use your palms to separate your knees out as much as you think it is okay for you. Lift your feet off the floor, aligning your ankles with your knees. And then over here you have multiple options. You can either hold off your shin and then rest your palms over your shin. So you're resting the weight of your arms on the shin itself, right? So that's option number 1. Option number 2, you catch hold of the inside of your foot with your palms. So in a way, the weight of your palms are pushing your knees down and opening your groin even more. Some of you may be able to lift your hips and go deeper in this, and if that's happening with you, you can do that. If you think you can hold this asana like this for about 3 minutes. I prefer this one so far. So I keep my lower back down on the mat. My sacrum is on the mat. And then I just rest the weight of my palms, weight of my arms on my foot, allowing my groin to open. So the gravity is working on the knees, the gravity is working on the arms. And once you're there, surrender. Feel the opening in your groin. If it is getting challenging holding both of them together, you can do one by one. You can just simply relax your one leg and just do one leg at a time. Feeling the sensation, it'll go deeper with time. And breathe all the way down to the sensation. Send your breath to whatever sensation you're getting in your groin, in your thighs, your inner thighs, your outer thighs. Everything is working here. Everything is being worked upon. And watch, in case if you feel, oh, it's getting too uncomfortable, I would suggest like send your breath there. Also watch your breath, and you will notice that, in case if you want to give up now, you would be able to hold for 5 more breaths when you watch your breath. So just delaying that by watching a breath consistently, because somehow watching the breath kind of reduces the sensation of that pain. When we start watching a breath, our resistance kind of disappears, and then we connect directly with that sensation without judging it, just watching it as a sensation. See if you can do that. Staying conscious of our practice. And that's why we don't push actively. We are allowing the gravity to work. And with that, bring your feet together first, okay? So with the help of your palms, allow your feet to come together as if you're saying namaste with your foot palm. And then if it is possible for you, either hold your shin or interlace your fingers. Hug both of your feet together. Now try and open your knees outward and then surrender again and hold here. So if you're somewhere here, that's also okay, but allow your hands to surrender. Pressing your lower back down. This really makes you kind of like massage your lower back as well. If you press your lower back down, you'll feel much better in your lower back here. So once you're holding, do not engage any muscles, just allow it to be. And breathe in. As you breathe out, release, bringing your knees together with your palms and hug your shin. Bringing the groin muscles back to the normal by hugging. That's the idea of hugging the shin, hugging your knees. And as usual, towards the end of the practice, we move to the twist asana. So let us twist a bit. You can stretch your arms in a T shape. I'll give you two options to twist here. Again, if you want, you can use the cushion, block, bolster, whatever you have around you. You can bring your knees closer to your chest and just drop them to your right, looking at your left palm. Option number one. Option number two, you can stretch your left leg out, bend your right knee, drop it on the other side on your left. Option number three, if you want, you can bend your straight knee as well and catch hold of your foot. And you can look at your right side. So choose whichever variation and just hold here. Placing a cushion under your knee if needed. Once you're in your asana, surrender and connect back with your breath. And breathe in. As you breathe out, let us change the side. Whichever variation you have taken, move to that one. And breathe in. As you breathe out, release. Coming back to the center, moving to a relaxation, Shavasana. So if you want, you can support your knees with the cushion. If you want your lower back to be touching on the ground, so you can take the height of the cushion as much as you want. You can roll a towel or a blanket to place under your knees. That also you can do. Or you can place 2 blocks if that feels comfortable. Allow your palms to stay away from your body, your legs apart, touching the long edge of your mat. If you want, you can place your head over a cushion. In case if you feel you want a support, you can cover yourself with a bed sheet and relax into your Shavasana. Take your awareness to your toes to relax your toes. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles, your shin and your calf. Move your awareness to your knees. Feeling your knees and relax them. Feel your thighs, the front and the back. Relax them, allowing everything to get heavy on the ground, loosening up, letting it all go. Take your awareness to your groin, your hips, to your pelvis, and relax. Relax your lower back, your abdomen, the sides of your rib cage, and take your awareness to your chest, your heart center. Feel your upper back, feel your shoulders, and sense this relaxation all throughout your torso. How about your arms? To relax your arms, your wrist, your palms, your fingers. And sweep your awareness to your neck and face to relax your neck and face. Feeling those lips gently closed. Feeling the breath in your nostrils. Feeling your eyelids closed. The center point between your eyebrows relaxed. Your forehead is relaxed. The crown of your head is relaxed. And you sweep your awareness back all the way down to your toes systematically. Going through all the parts that we have went through just now. And see if you're still holding any tension and release if you are. As you find your body to be relaxed, relax into your breath. You can watch your thoughts coming and going, but you are relaxing. And you can attend to them later on. Right now, you're just spending time with yourself. And you can continue in Shavasana if you would like to. Those who would like to come up out, you can move your fingers and toes gently. You can move your head from one side to the other. Bring your feet together, stretch your arms, stretch your whole body, and release. Bend your knees, roll over to your right. Take a moment, and whenever you feel ready, you can come up into your sitting asana. Absorb your whole practice, having faith in our practice, having faith in whatever we have done today, believing that it's going to work for us. And there's no reason why it should not and why it will not. If you have liked this practice, you can hit the like button on the video. You can also subscribe to my channel for more such practices. We will finish our practice with one Om, so you can join your palms together to the heart center and let us breathe in. Thank you for joining me in. If you have any questions, you can ask me in comment section, or you can leave your comments in case if you want to convey something. And I really hope to see you again in some other practice. Until then, I wish you a wonderful and a mindful day ahead. Bye bye.